Hello, everyone. We are back again with another episode of the Neurodivergent Convergence Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Nikki, and that giggle box over there is Minder. Say hi, Minder.
Hi, it's me.
Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Hello.
That's my theme this whole week.
Yes, T Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think I've ever actually listened to that song all the way through. Go figure. It's fine.
Just the TikTok noise.
Yeah, just the TikTok noise. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, we are using a new platform today to record. So a little bit of a learning curve, but it's fine. We're gonna figure it out. It'll be good. It's whatever, right? It's whatever. We roll with the punches around here, right? That's how we do.
Mm-hmm.
So we have for you today a lovely topic, but before we do, we must proceed with the fuckery, per usual. Amender, what are we doing first? Am I reading an AI story?
You know, let's do the Mad Lib first.
You want to do... Oh. Are we switching up the fucking... Oh.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Ah!
Gotta keep them on their toes.
Oh, sorry. That's my chair, y'all. Listen. Can you hear it?
She claims. So she claims.
I swear to God. I would tell you if it was my butt. I have no shame. It's fine. It was just my chair. It's just my chair. I really need a real office chair is the problem. I am sitting in one of those busted ass, like, Amazon fucking chairs and with a pillow in it. And it makes a lot of noise. I just really need a real office chair. It's coming. Don't worry. We'll get it at some point. Anyway, we were going to jump right in without catching up. So let's catch up first, because that's what we usually do first, is catch up with each other. So what has your week been like, Amender? Talk to me. What's been going on?
It was pretty good, except for like the last 2 days, like Thursday and Friday. I just got so burnt out. Like Thursday night, I went home and I had to force myself out of the driveway after sitting in it for like 15 minutes. Had an absolute headache for probably 3 hours after I got home from work. Like, my whole plan was to just finish the show I've been watching, which is Heartstopper. I just wanted to finish it, and I didn't even have the energy, which makes zero sense. I didn't have the energy to finish, like, 4 episodes of a Netflix show. And basically, my last 2 days involved me cleaning up the mess of other people and, like, the mistakes of other people. And both of them were things I had to clean up were things I never had to do before and didn't really know how to do. So it was just kind of like, learn this thing, now clean it up for like 6 to 7 months worth of work. So it was great. And so I just, ever since then, just could not.
Ew, I'm sorry. That's a lot.
It's okay. How about your week?
Well, it's been fine. Today was rough, though, not gonna lie. Because ADHD, I never remember to call in my meds ahead of time, so I'm always, like, frantically trying to space out my dose enough to be able to, like, get to, like, the next prescription, right? Because ADHD, it's fine. So I had one pill left, and my plan was, okay, today we're going to skip the weekend. We're not going to do Saturday or Sunday, even though I had to work on Sunday. But I skipped Saturday and Sunday, and then today I decided to take my meds, and it unleashed a demon of anxiety upon me, and it overtook my whole body and soul. And I would say my anxiety was through the roof, but it indeed surpassed the roof and transcended space-time. So every molecule in my body was fucking vibrating, and I could feel all the interconnectedness of the entire world all at once, and it made me want to crawl out of my skin. So it was not great. It's not the best thing to do at work. Luckily, there were Sour Patch Kids to the rescue, per usual. Sour Patch Kids kind of helped me, like, come back down to earth and focus on something inside my body, so I don't feel like I'm trying to escape it. It's I don't know, it's a thing. And OT told me this once, that if you have, like, severe anxiety or something like that, sour things help, because it brings you like it forces your brain to focus on the sensation of sour. Therefore, it turns off your like lizard brain and makes you go back into your like logic brain. It like turns, I don't know. It's science that I don't understand.
Kind of brings you back into the moment in a way.
Correct. Yes. It forces you to come out of your head and back into your body because
like
you have to focus on the sensation. Correct. So, and luckily enough, my coworkers at this point know that if I'm like grabbing my hands, like I'm cold or something, trying to warm my hands up and spacing out, and they can tell that I'm struggling. So my coworker was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Nope. Anxiety through the roof. My whole body's vibrating." She goes, "Please go get some Sour Patch Kids." Like she was able to like direct me enough to be like, "Hey, you need to go get your emotional support candy, please." So you can get your shit back together because you're struggling. So please walk your ass down to the Dollar General, which happens to be in the same complex as our store, and go get you some emotional support candy. So that's what I did. And that helped a lot, but it was, I don't know about you, but when your anxiety is high, does your intrusive thought control just fucking leave you? Like, it doesn't matter what you've done or how many times you've rationalized these specific thoughts away. They come back with a fucking vengeance and like take over your entire mind. Because I swear to God, all day, my relationship was falling apart. My boss hated me. I was shitty at my job. I was a bad mom. My husband was going to leave me. Like, you name it, it was exploding around me, right? Like, everything sucked. I hated everything. And I was the worst person in the world. And then when the meds wore off, I'm fine now. Go fucking figure, right? All of that for abso-fucking-lutely nothing. It's fine. But I have to do this again because even though I called in my medication today, the fucking pharmacy was out and had to order it. So God knows how long I will be unmedicated before I can get it. And then there will be another couple of days worth of crippling anxiety when I start taking it again.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my day. Also,
can I just say,
yeah, go for it. No, go for it.
I was just gonna say, I love how when people like the whole like health nuts or like you shouldn't medicate your ADHD, you know, you just learn these sort of certain exercises to manage it. But then
fuck off.
it's also like, well, I can't believe people take addictive stimulants to manage this when they could just do this. It's like, okay, if this was an addicted medication, do you think I would forget to take it?
Correct.
Like,
no,
like,
I would not.
I forget to take it. If like I accidentally almost took it because I had like the other night I was gonna take an allergy pill to go to sleep, and it was happened to be next to the medication. I literally had the pill in my mouth and was about to take a drink. I'm like, wait, this pill doesn't feel right, and I'm like, nope, don't want to take this right before going to bed. And so it's like, do you think it's like the fact that if I was addicted to it, I would have just taken it, right? No.
Right.
It's like I wouldn't forget to take it almost every, like if I didn't have this medication sitting next to my keys along with a bottle of water, I would forget to take it.
Correct. And hello, I would not forget to fucking call my medication in when I got down to the last few pills, right? Like it wouldn't be something that I was forgetting to do or to handle or to keep track of if this was some addictive thing. It's not meth, people. It's not. I'm sorry. Like the myth of that bullshit needs to go away. Like it's already hard enough to obtain this medication, let alone stay on this medication, because after a while, certain doses that worked for you quit working. And it's incredibly difficult to like remember to call this medication in, and you cannot have this medication on an auto refill because it's a controlled substance. So like it's difficult just to fucking be medicated when it's something you have to function. And then when you have to skip your meds, then you have to go back through like all of the bullshit that happens if you're a person that has anxiety when you change your med dose or skip dose and restart. It's just how my body reacts. So I don't know. But anyway, I digress. I think that's really all I have to add. Other than my little dude's autism testing, Noah's testing is coming up next week.
Mm-hmm.
And they start school Thursday. So we're like in back to school mode. And then I have the autism testing coming up the week after that. It's 3 days worth of testing. 3 days. 2 hours away. So it's going to be quite the week next week. We'll have lots to catch up on with that, I'm sure. But let's move on. Let's just do it. I feel the yawn counter is going to have to start soon. Yeah, there it goes. Oh, fucking hell. I'm not editing it. I give up. You have any idea how much time I have spent editing out ums and yawns and weird noises? Like, I can't. It's not necessary. If you people are still listening, you know what this is, okay? Like, you know who we are at this point. There will be yawns, there will be ums, there will be stutters, there will be, oh shit, that didn't come out correctly. It's just part of having this brain. So, anyway, let's move on. Are we still sticking to fucking with the fucking schedule here and doing the Mad Lib first?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Why the fuck not? I mean, it's fine. I've already had enough anxiety today. Let's fucking mess with the fucking order of things. Why not? It's fine.
Yes.
It's fine. God, it's fine. Okay. All right. So since you're reading that, God damn it. Okay. Yawn counter is now at a 2. Fuck. Okay. Go ahead. What do you need from me?
I first need a verb.
Masticate. My fucking eyes are watering. Jesus Christ. Magenta.
Number.
2.
Verb ending in ing.
Fornicating.
Adjective.
Fornicators. Brilliant.
Noun.
Episcopalian church.
Okay,
which I spelled phonetically, and I have Episcopalian.
I feel like the way I'm spelling it, it looks like the type of a lizard. I don't know what to tell you. It just looks like the species of a lizard.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Part of the body.
The 4th toe on your left foot.
Another part of the body.
Enlarged spleen.
Verb.
Gyrate.
Gyrate. Number.
73.
Adjective.
Glorified.
Glorified. Another part of the body.
Your right elbow.
Noun.
Brothel.
Brothel. That's really makes soup, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Soup place. They might be making some kind of soup, but it ain't none you want to eat. That's fucking gross.
Plural noun.
Cheese balls.
Cheese balls.
Cheese balls.
You might find those at a brothel.
Ew. Oh, no. Ew. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That requires a shower and probably some sort of medication. No, thank you.
Oh, God.
Something you will find at a brothel, though.
Another part of the body.
Yeah, another part of the body, right? It might be. How about an areola?
Areola.
You'd see those at a brothel.
Lots of those.
Oh, hell yeah.
Pairs of them, you might say.
Pairs of them. There's out and about, flapping in the fucking wind.
Oh, another phrase of calm your titties.
Calm your titties. No. Shit. Okay, hit me.
Okay, so this one's called, we're still in the 90s one. It's called Blades of Glory. I used to bike, walk, or masticate to get around town. Now I only travel in my pair of bright magenta rollerblades. My life has improved 2%. Roller...
Yeah, I cracked. Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Roller-fornicating is the future of transportation. It's fun, athletic, and brilliant. Pretty soon, they'll build rollerblade highways from coast to Episcopalian church.
Roller fornicating on the highway to the Episcopalian.
Yeah. Yes, it's perfect.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh. Every morning, I put a helmet on my fourth toe on my left foot, strap on my wrist, knee, and enlarged spleen pads, and take to the streets.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh. I can gyrate from my house to the cyber cafe in 73 minutes. I even started learning glorified tricks, such as how to skate on one right elbow. You never know when freestyle blading will become an Olympic brothel. Only 3 things get between my blades and me: sand, twigs, and cheese balls. If I skate over those objects, I'm likely to fall right on my areola. The end.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Okay, that was wonderful.
I'm glad you liked it. That's why I kept giggling.
We had 2 silent yawns. You can add 2 to the yawn counter. What does that make me at? 5? 4? 5? Something like that. Fuck, I've lost track already. Okay. That was fucking brilliant. That was brilliant. That couldn't have worked together better. Roller fornicating on the rollerblade highway from coast to Episcopalian church. And helmets on your fourth toe on your left foot and your enlarged spleen pads is what's going to get you through the 90s, okay? Hey, but you better be careful, because you might fall on your areola if you fuck around and find out. And rollerblade over some sand, some twigs, or some cheese balls. Some cheese balls. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Me compose myself and have... Damn it, goddamn chair! Jesus Christ. We're leaving it in. I don't care. Okay. My chair is going to make me sound like I've blown a hole through the floor with my ass. That's what's going to happen. This whole fucking episode. Enjoy it while you can, because I will have a nice, wonderful chair for too long. Okay, let me get to this fucking AI story. But before we do that, let's tell the people what animals we have uncovered for you today. But you got to choose which one you want it to be, because we have 2 Google Docs that we have to have open each episode. Hit it. Well, actually, I told you, but you can't see them. So on our AI story doc, where we keep all of our AI stories, running tab of them, she is an anonymous elephant today. And then on our document where we keep all of our episode ideas, she is an anonymous otter. And ma'am, tell the people what you've chosen.
Definitely the otter. Definitely the otter.
Definitely the otter. So Amanda's animal of the day is an anonymous otter. It's great. We love it so much. Okay, so it's time to revive old Jeremy and see what he up to today. As promised, Jeremy has escaped his government captors and is on the lam. So we're gonna see what Jeremy's up to. Here we go. Jeremy had finally escaped his captors and found himself on the lam. Running low on spoons and places to hide, it was time for a big decision. Jeremy leapt from his hiding spot under a railing. He ran as fast as he could to find another cat. He had not had any luck so far with getting anyone to answer their door, so he did not know how he would find one. When in doubt, use the spiritual gift, Jeremy cried, as he quickly looked around the perimeter. After a brief moment, he found a cat. Are you the one I've been looking for? He cried out, as he lifted him up and held him close. Jeremy had not realized until now that the cat was one he had once worked for. The cat was psychic, and he knew Jeremy would not escape until he was held in spiritual love. The cat had no time to run. They had made eye contact, and it was intense. Oh, shit. Hold on. Back it up. The cat had no time to run. They had made eye contact, and it was an intense connection between two spiritual beings. Jeremy's psychic power touched the cat, making him mentally connect to the spiritual energy that was attached to Jeremy's soul. They knew each other's true selves. "That's right! You're Jeremy! I need your help! My life depends on it," Jeremy said, as he held the cat close. Apparently this cat's name's also fucking Jeremy. His vision cleared, and Jeremy could see perfectly well and continued to run. His only companion was the cat, and he was not about to lose it. Fortunately, Jeremy didn't run too far and soon found himself safe and sound in a new environment. The cat brought him into his hiding place and hid Jeremy there. The cat told Jeremy he would soon find himself and be able to see again. Once that happened, Jeremy would be able to save his own life and the life of his psychic cat. While Jeremy was under the cat's protection, Jeremy realized that he had saved Jeremy's life by finding a new hiding place. Do you have psychic abilities? Are you aware of the life you are leading? If so, you might also be a psychic cat. While you can't tell people that you are a psychic cat, it will soon become clear. The cat can't hurt you, and you might even make someone's life better. A serious issue that some of us face is lack of protection. We find ourselves in situations where we feel we have no help and no protection. We face dangerous enemies that are hard to see. So how do we protect ourselves? If you are thinking that you are not psychic and still don't know how you can protect yourself, then maybe you are a psychic cat. By protecting your future and trusting that you are important to your future, you will find your protective powers. But you will also have to accept that your protection does not come from other people. Your protection comes from yourself and what you decide you need to do to protect yourself. The answers are within you, and if you use your heart and soul, you will learn the answers you need. Once you learn the answers, you will know the meaning of life, and you will understand what it means to live without fear. For you are loved. Your thoughts can change the world. You can have many lives. Your spirit will live forever. From the afterlife, I share my knowledge of psychic cats, and they give you life and protection. It is up to you to believe in your spirit and learn the lessons you need. You can be a psychic cat. Until next time, take care. The end.
You would think that the keywords were like spirit and protection.
Well, to be fair, I added, it started going in this direction, so I backed it up and I added spiritual in the words. But the sentence I gave the AI was, Jeremy had finally escaped his captors and found himself on the lam, running low on spoons and places to hide. It was time for a big decision. That's where I stopped, and then the AI took over. It was weird, so I cut some pieces out, and then right in the fucking middle of it I added spiritual, and it gave this really cool spiritual thing. So then I fucked around and put one of those paragraphs up towards the top, and it made the whole thing make more sense. It was quite the Frankenstein. I fucked around and found out about Jeremy and his spiritual enlightenment. That's what I was trying to say. So he has been enlightened now,
and he also has a cat named Jeremy.
Yes. Jeremy's cat's also named Jeremy, and he might also be a psychic cat. So Jeremy, the psychic cat, is an owner of a cat named Jeremy, who also could possibly be a psychic cat. Yeah. And he is now
got cats
woke.
and cats and cats.
Cats on cats on cats. So he's woke now. His spirit has been enlightened.
Oh no. That's trigger word.
Oh god. Oh no. So we are going to see what spiritual guru Jeremy has in store for us next week. Stay tuned. Until next time. Take care.
Yes.
Take care. Take care now. Bye-bye then.
Okay, love you. Bye-bye.
Okay, lady, love you. Bye-bye. Oh, shit balls. Okay. Also, for absolutely no reason at all. Hey! Because we got noises now. Fucking help you all. Because it's about to be crazy. They gave me fucking noises to play with in this platform. It's a problem. It's a big problem. I have no impulse control, and I have lots of buttons that make noise. It's gonna be great.
Shiny buttons.
Shiny buttons! Yay for shiny buttons! This is 36 seconds long. Absolutely not. Goodbye. That was awful. That is 36 seconds of cheering. That's excessive. Okay, it's excessive. Not necessary.
I
just
don't have the
needed like
attention
5
span
seconds.
for that.
Like 5 seconds would have done it. But anyway, okay. Moving on. What's our topic, Aminder? Talk to me.
Spoon theory.
Spoon theory. Yay!
Because we both struggled. Both struggled this past few days, especially.
We sure fucking did, ma'am. We sure did. So, let's talk about not sex, baby. Let's talk about spoon theory. Yay! Oh God, that's awful. This is so bad. Okay, so I found some things. You found some things. Since I just read things, you go.
Okay. So, this is just a general spoon theory one. This is from goodrx.com, which I'm assuming is the same people that have like the discount prescription thing.
Sure.
Yeah. Basically, like spoon theory is an analogy that describes what it's like to live with a fatiguing chronic illness or, like neurodivergency, mental, anything like that. It can help you explain to others your limits and boundaries around what you do each day. Everything you do requires energy, from brushing your teeth to having a deep conversation. Spoon theory uses spoons to demonstrate how much energy such tasks require. Getting dressed, taking medication, or watching television may use 1 spoon. Running errands, working, or visiting a relative may take 4 or more. According to spoon theory, people without a disability or chronic health condition wake with enough spoons to tackle the expectations of their day. They can tend to their body, home, job, or studies, and social plans and not worry that they'll run out of energy. I feel like this also kind of applies to like extroverted people versus introverted people, because like social battery is very much a thing that people generally understand. Basically, from my understanding of it, like let's say you're given like 10 spoons. Like any normal person, that'd be like just, good enough to do whatever you need to do for the day, like go to work, run errands, take care of the kids, whatever. Whereas like a neurodivergent person, it's like, well, I gotta go to the grocery store. Okay, well, then you gotta give me 5 of your spoons.
Right.
And then, well, I gotta do my laundry. Okay, well, give me 4 of the spoons. You have 1 spoon left. What are you gonna use it on? But it's like, but I have like 3 or 4 other things to do. No, you gotta choose, or do none of them. And you use the last spoon worrying about what you're gonna be doing, like how to take care of everything else.
Right.
Basically, that's how I see it.
So I found this really interesting thing, and that's generally how I understood spoon theory before as well. It's like you have X amount of spoons for your 24 hours, right? And you spend your spoons on different activities, cost a different amount of spoons, right? So I found this thing on neurodivergentinsights.com. This is run by a woman named Dr. Neff. She's a late diagnosed autistic and ADHD psychologist. So she has an interesting theory on this herself. She calls it the neurodivergent spoon drawer. Let me send this to you so you can see it.
No, I have it pulled up.
Oh, you have this one. Did you send this to me?
Yes.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I found the other one. Never mind. I did not find this. Aminder did. Sorry. I thought I pulled this one up. Apologize. I shall uncredit myself for finding. Okay.
I mean, I was just gonna roll with it, so.
No, that's okay. You can call my ass out. It's totally fine. Because I'll just lie. I'll just lie out myself. Unintentionally. It's fine. Anyway, spoon theory. She talks about the spoon drawer, which I've not seen before until just now. This is interesting to me. So, the spoon drawer breaks down like your overall spoons, but it gives like each aspect of a day a certain amount of spoons. So like your executive functioning has a certain amount of spoons. Your physical activity has a certain amount of spoons. Your social battery has a certain amount of spoons. Your focus has a certain amount of spoons. Your sensory stuff, your language stuff. Like all of these are like sections in your spoon drawer. Okay, which to me helps because I like to break things down, right? So when I see it this way, it's like, yes, I might have X amount of spoons for a day, But it seems like some days I have more spoons than others, which might be true, but I feel like this has a better explanation. So, like, let me go down here to where she broke it down a little further.
And like sometimes you, like, say one day doing errands might cost you 5 spoons, but another day might only
Right.
cost you 1 spoon.
Right. So this is the inconsistency in our energy spoons can cause our actions to be misinterpreted, such as if you have the energy to see your friends, you certainly have the energy to do your homework. The inconsistency in our energy can be a source of frustration for us, those closest to us. For example, me. I have lots of mental spoons and very low social spoons and sensory spoons in my physical energy spoons, and physical energy spoons. I can write a workbook in a month, create IG content with ease, but send me to a child's birthday party or the grocery store and I will need some serious recovery time. And then she says our spiky energy units can often be misinterpreted. Having a spiky spoon drawer can be interpreted as being selfish or lazy. You have time for the things you want to do, but not the things you need to do, and so on. So for the ADHDer and autistic person, it's helpful to go beyond thinking about how many global spoons we have and consider how many spoons we have in a specific area. I fucking love this. Like, I don't know about you, but this is brilliant and sort of mind-blowing for me, because while I love spoon theory, and it is a wonderful way to basically describe or explain to somebody what it's like to kind of be in your head, I feel like this is an even better illustration and gives even more verbal context to this theory of like, this certain thing costs me this many spoons in this area of life. But if I go over here and you see me doing all sorts of things, it's probably because that certain task costs me less spoons than the one you just watched me avoid, right? It helps us explain to neurotypicals that, like, why there is an inconsistency. So this is wonderful. Like, thank you for finding this. This is like mind-blowing to me.
Well, it's kind of like I said, Thursday and Friday, I was absolutely burnt out, and I got like really annoyed and like visibly frustrated, not with, like, in front of my boss, not with her, but I was just obviously like annoyed. And I went to her the next day after she left me alone. Well, she was busy, but like basically she left me alone for like several hours the following day, which was nice. I just closed my door, put in my music, and just worked on the thing that I was trying to catch up on before I went on vacation. And I later in the afternoon, I went to her office. I was like, by the way, I'm so sorry how I was yesterday. She's like, no, I get it. You needed to rant and you were just obviously frustrated. I said, I was just over everything. Like, I went home and had a headache for 3 hours because I was just over it. Like, I couldn't handle anything anymore. And I was just basically, just out of spoons. I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
And so like I meant to do on Saturday, I meant to like go through my clothes and get everything done, like try to go through my clothes so I can donate them sometime this week. I probably did about an hour worth of work, and it's like, you know what? I'm just going to sit on my bed and watch YouTube because I have literally nothing else that I can do right now. And then even though I wasn't tired, I took a nap for like 5 hours, overslept our recording session. Whoops. Because it's like, I was like, I'm just so burnt out, I can't anymore. But it just in general, just couldn't. And see, I'm running out of things. I can't coherent thought anymore. Go on, take over.
So, yeah, I don't know. This is just very interesting to me. I love this graphic a lot, and I'm really happy that we found this because I can very easily show this to people now, and I've lost there it is. Okay, I was trying to find the tab. So, okay, I think let's break this down. So she has this graphic broken down into 6 categories, okay? Executive functioning, physical activity, social, focus, sensory, and language. So let's talk about our personal spoon drawers. I think that's a good idea. I'll go first. So executive functioning spoons, If we're talking about like an illustration wise, I probably have. I'd say her illustration that shows 3 is pretty accurate for me. I probably have a good 3 to 5, depending on the day, executive functioning spoons. If I'm medicated, we're probably at 5, right? If I'm not medicated, we're definitely at like 2 to 3. So this is like medicated versus not. Most of the time I am medicated. This is kind of rare that I am not at this point. Physical activity spoons. Again, this is so hard because it like depends on the day, but I probably have, again, like 3 to 5. It depends on the physical activity. If I really like the physical activity, I'm here for it. But most of the time it's like 3 spoons. I hate working out. So probably like 3 spoons. Social spoons is like a spoon. I have like a spoon, like one spoon. Sometimes 2. I can have a spoon for work and a spoon for like family. So someone's getting left out, right? Like if I'm because I have more interactions socially than I have spoons, which is why it's a problem. I feel like sometimes work spends both of my spoons, and then I have to come home and my poor family doesn't get spoken to, or like my friends don't get spoken to because I can't fucking handle it. Focus spoons. Unmedicated 2. Medicated probably 4. So my spoons double on meds for focus, for sure. Sensory spoons. I probably have the most sensory spoons, to be honest, because I have very few sensory things that send me into orbit. So I feel like I can spend sensory spoons. Like I have more sensory spoons to spend because it takes me longer to get into sensory overload than I feel like some other people. And then also language spoons. I probably have the most out of all the spoons is probably language. I probably have like 8 to 10 language spoons. And sensory spoons is probably like 5 to 6.
How would you define language spoon?
So for me, how I would define language spoon is like the ability to like have a conversation with somebody or be able to verbally express myself in a way, whether it's how I feel or what I need, just verbal expression. So whether that's speaking with someone, conveying a need, conveying a want, identifying my emotions, anything that has to do with me verbally explaining something or verbally engaging with someone else. So I kind of take that out of the social aspect of things, because once I've lost language, all the other spoons are fucking gone anyway. Like they're gone first, right? They're gone anyway. If I've gotten to the point where I no longer want to physically speak, I'm probably in a downward spiral from hell and most likely in full burnout. So, or like if my husband and I get into like a disagreement, I shut down verbally and I'll like stop talking. I'll be answering him in my head, but I physically cannot speak to him. So it's very linked to like emotional stuff for me, and also what level of like how many general or what she calls global spoons have been spent for the day. If all of my other spoons are like fucking gone or in the negative, then my language shuts down. I start borrowing. That's actually a good way to illustrate it. I feel like, do you ever feel like you borrow? Like, I feel like I borrow. So like if my spoon drawer if I'm empty on sensory spoons, and I'm empty on social spoons, and I'm empty on focus spoons, but I have lots of language spoons left, it's going to take all my language spoons just to have a simple conversation, because every other spoon is spent. Does that make sense?
Yeah, to me, I picture it for myself like I'm bargaining with a toddler. Like,
Correct.
if you eat your vegetables, you can have the cookie.
Correct.
Basically, if you can complete this one freaking task, I will let you sit and scroll through social media for an hour.
Right.
Yep.
Yep. And then
it's like you're reorganizing you're reorganizing your cutlery drawer.
Yes. So what did let's add these spoons up. Let me find a piece of paper because now I'm curious like how many global spoons I think I have. So what did I give myself? Executive functioning spoons. We'll assume
5.
that this is medicated, okay? We'll just say that all of this is medicated. This is me at my best, okay? Medicated, I have executive functioning spoons. We'll say I have 5 spoons. Physical activity, I'm going to give myself a 3 because nobody likes doing anything with their body, especially me. Social spoons, what did I say? Like 5?
Yeah.
3 to 5? We'll say 5. I have to socialize a lot. Focus spoons is also at a 5. Sensory spoons, I said 6 to 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll just say 8, and then we'll say language spoons are at a 10. So that is 5, 10, 15, 25, and 5, 10, 15, 25, 8, 9, 10, 11, 36? So 36 global spoons for me. What about you?
Okay, so
I'll keep track.
This depends on if I'm medicated or not, but let's assume I am.
Okay.
The past few days notwithstanding, because haven't gotten any shit done. Like I managed to go grocery shopping, that's it. Executive functioning spoons, it just depends on how much dopamine I have. Like I can get
right.
I can get like my whole house entirely clean. Or if someone's coming over, I can get my whole house entirely clean. But otherwise, it's like, fuck it. So I'm gonna give myself a 5.
Okay.
Physical activity. This is gonna sound weird because it's like I've neglected going to the gym for so long, but I do I like going hiking. It's just it's more of getting there. Like if I could just get myself to the parking lot.
It's the executive functioning involved in getting to the physical activity.
Yeah, if I can get myself to it, like if someone invites me to a walk, I'll go on the walk. Like I go walking on my lunch when it's not 90-something fucking degrees outside, when it's not hell outside.
When it's not the devil's asshole outside, yes.
Yes. Like the devil farted all over us.
Yeah. It was not his chair. It was his ass.
Oh, I would say, I mean, because I've gone on walking.
Ma'am, you've walked across a fucking country twice. So I'd say you have quite a few physical activity spoons.
I mean, I guess I'll say 8.
Okay, 8. I like this.
Social, even medicated, especially now that my job doesn't involve me really talking to people. Probably 3.
Okay.
Like, even hanging out with friends, like, that I enjoy hanging out with.
Still drains you. Yeah.
Still drains me.
Yeah.
Focus. I feel like I focus better now at my current position than I did my last one, because it's like I can just kind of take a report that I have to work on, and I can work on that report for 6 hours without speaking to anybody or anything. So, focus, but then, like, when I get home, like, I feel like I focus a lot better at work than I do at home.
Yeah.
Like, I feel it's because work is more structured.
Right.
And so it's like, I have to do this. Basically, I'm getting paid to do this shit. I don't get paid to do this shit at home.
Right.
So, to me, it's like, spoons versus at home versus at work.
Yeah.
Because, like, when I get home, I don't talk to anybody.
We'll just say in general. Like, in general.
In general.
Yeah.
4.
4. Okay.
Like, I'm averaging it because, like, when at home, 2, but when I'm at work, probably 6.
Okay.
So
yeah, that
4.
works. So about in the middle, 4.
Sensory, like you, this just depends. Like, I don't know. I'm not like this is gonna sound bad, but I don't mean it to be. I'm not like full on autistic where I'll have a meltdown. But like, if I get to a point where there's just too much noise, too much whatever, I will go sit somewhere quiet. But now that I have an office that I can close the door.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have a coworker who keeps coughing every 5 minutes, and that's not her fault, but she keeps coughing every 5 minutes, so it's gotten to the point where I close my door and put in my headphones. But then also, it's like, I put on a shirt that I hadn't worn a long time, and like, the shirt was like 2 inches too short for me that was comfortable, and I kept having to pull it down, and I was so annoyed that day because of my fucking shirt. And so it just ruined my day having that shirt. So I immediately threw that shirt away when I got home. Like, I can't do it with this shirt. So, but sensory spoons, probably a 4.
Okay.
Language spoons, I'm not as articulate as anyone could guess by listening to me in any of these podcasts. Like, my thoughts run away from me, and I'm like, I've had a lot of jobs that require me to be articulate and to communicate with people, so I can fake it till I make it. But now in general, I'd probably say 3, honestly.
Okay.
So what
And
am
these were a 1 to 10 scale, just so we can put that out there. 1 to 10 scale.
I did not know that. I was just kind of
reassess?
arbitrarily giving a number. What did I give executive functioning? 5? 4?
Is that the first one? Yes, you gave it a 5.
Yeah.
Okay. And then physical activity was an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Social spoons was a 3.
Yeah.
Focus was a 4. Sensory 4 and language 3.
Yeah, it all sounds right.
Okay. So you are at, this is 8 and 8 is 16. 19. 22 and 5 is 27.
Mm-hmm.
So you're at 27 global spoons, ma'am.
Yes.
So, okay. Now, let's talk about this. Now that we both know where each other's global spoons are, let's talk about the comparison here, right? So let's break this down. This is interesting. I'm having a lot of fun with this. This is great. This is great content. Love it so much. Okay, so seems like for us, comparatively, we are pretty much the same on executive functioning. We're both at a 5. Drastically different on physical activity spoons. You are coming in at a whole 5 points higher than mine. So you have a whole 5 extra spoons than that. So while we're speaking to each other, it's probably not the best idea for you to suggest that I go do something physical with you, because I'm going to look at you and say, fuck off. Or I might be like, yeah, sure, I have a couple spoons for that, right? But okay, and then I'm getting to a point. So the next one is social. We already know this about us. I have more social spoons than you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are at a 3, I'm at a 5. We already know. We're not that far off, but I am a little bit more, I have more of a threshold for social interaction than you do, and kind of always have. So that tracks. Same with focus. I had about a point higher than you. I was at 5, you were 4. And then another drastic difference in sensory. You're at a 4 and I'm at an 8. So I have about 4 more spoons than you do as far as sensory experiences go. Excuse me, sorry. And then I think the largest difference is our language spoons. So I'm at a 10, you're at a 3. So this is, I feel like, a really fucking helpful tool for learning about the people in your life. Because think about it. If everyone could sit down, neurodivergent or not, right? If this is a very easy concept to adapt, no matter what. If you took these 6 categories, right, and broke it down and then compared it with the people in your life, the understanding would go through the fucking roof. Just by looking at our spoon drawers. I am not going to ask you all the time to have these in-depth conversations with me. There's a reason we do this once or twice, at most twice a week, right? You have a lower threshold for language and speaking and conversing with people than I do. I have to do it all day. It's part of my job. I have to interact with people all day long. So socially and in the language department, I'm going to have more of a threshold than you. So right there, we can give each other some understanding. I don't have to get butthurt when you're like, I literally cannot do this podcast today. I just can't do it. We're going to have to pick another time, because I know your fucking spoon drawer is empty. It's not a big deal, right? You're not just trying to get out of it. Your spoon drawer is empty, which I wouldn't have thought that about you anyway, but you know what I mean. For the sake of the example of the experiment we're talking about here, right? So, sensory spoons. You are going to need a more sensory friendly environment than I am. Just off top. You have half as many spoons as I do, as far as sensory things go. Another opportunity for understanding. Same thing with the physical activity one. There's an opportunity for understanding with you and me. I'm probably not going to go, you're not going to invite me to walk across Spain with you, because I ain't fucking doing it. You are ridiculous if you think I'm hopping my ass on a flight, going all the way the fuck to another country to then get off the flight and walk the country. You've lost your mind, right? I didn't fly here to walk the whole fucker, okay? I'm gonna park my ass on a beautiful fucking Mediterranean beach somewhere and eat all of the yummy food and stare at the hot men with no shirts. And that's what I'm gonna do, right? Like, because that's my life. Sorry to my husband, but that's just what would happen. I would just be on the fucking beach, plopped in a chair, wasting away to nothing. That is my idea of a good time. Your idea of a good time is, let's walk my legs off. So, you know, I don't know. I just feel like this is such a great tool for understanding. And I feel like as humans in general, we're always looking to utilize some kind of tool, but especially when you're neurodivergent, tools help with that language barrier, right? I have a bigger barrier, or you have a bigger barrier to language. So when you can show me something that explains what you're thinking and feeling without having to say it, that helps get your point across and helps you be more understood. When I have a hard time explaining something, when I have the language to do it, but it's just not coming out properly, which is another thing I deal with a lot. It sounds one way in my head, but when I go to explain it to somebody, it never comes out the same way. It doesn't come out correctly. I can show someone a graphic that someone has made and be like, look, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Because that person was able to convey it better than I was, right? And it gets my point across. So I feel like this is just a wonderful tool to help those around you and help yourself with understanding. We talked about this last week. Understanding is like the key to acceptance and the key to a deep knowing of self and not feeling like you're a fucked up horse instead of a normal zebra, right? Like, I like that analogy. I've heard it somewhere before. Like, you're not a fucked up horse. You're a normal zebra, right? Like, it's just what it is. So it helps me feel like less of a fucked up horse and more of a normal zebra when I can utilize tools like this. What about you?
Oh, okay.
You're like,
yes.
Oh God, on the spot. Shit.
It's almost like I just had a thought of like, it's like before you meet somebody, it's like, no, give me your spoon level. It's like, my what? It's like, no, I need your spoon level, please. I need to understand you. I need your spoon level. I need your Myers-Briggs letters. It's like, I just let me help me understand you. Okay,
Yeah.
help me help you. But yeah, that's basically what I think of it too. It's just, this is like I said, a good tool to understand someone, even neurotypicals, like trying to like looking at this chart. It's like trying to picture, like, say Scott or say, like, you know, Jordan. It's like, okay, what would I probably put as their spoons? Like, what would I put at their spoon level?
Right.
Because like some of them, and like it's like, what would I put at them versus like what would they put at themselves? That sort of thing.
So like, okay, well, this is a fun game. Let's do it. Where would you rate me in these spoon categories? And then I'll do you.
Okay. Executive functioning. This is going off because I don't really remember what you put. I'm gonna say 5. 5 or 6.
Why?
For you.
Why?
Because there are some days where you will message me, be like, I didn't get shit done, and then like I didn't get shit done. Like I came home and I just sat on my ass and I just snacked, and it's like, okay, you know, it's like I just played some Pokemon game that I don't remember what you played, but some Pokemon game. But then there's other days it's like, well, I got this shit done, I got this shit done, I got this shit done, and so I'd say 5 or 6 because it just depends, you know, obviously on the time or like, you know, the day. Physical activity, See, I feel like you're not as physically inactive as you think, because like you go in spurts. Like, I'm not saying like I'm more physically active than you, because I am definitely not. I am completely out of shape. It's not like I go to the gym, because I don't have the executive function to do that.
Right.
I basically just go walking. That's really all I do. But like, you'll do yoga, which I will not. I don't care for yoga. I'm very inflexible. I know yoga will help that. But for you, it's like physical activity. I feel like you're not as physically inactive as you think. So I think
That's
for
true.
you,
and I am on my feet all day. So
yeah. So I feel like, again, probably 5 or 6.
okay.
Like, yes, you're less willing to like go on a hike, but I feel like there are times where you are willing to go on a hike. Like, you like
if it's
go
really
walking.
fucking pretty. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm hiking somewhere where there's so many things I can squirrel around and look at, I'm here. I'm here for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if it's just like, let's go for a leisurely fucking walk down the street, there better be a reason for that. Like, Because
I feel like even like when I've been up there, you're like, yeah, we could just walk down to this one store, like the store that your friend owns. It's
right.
like,
well, and I was on a health kick during that time, so I was really doing a lot of walking. I used to actually walk, now that you say that, I used to walk like every fucking morning. I'd get up early, like before the rest of my house woke up, and go for a walk by myself in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed that. So maybe I was a little less gracious with myself. I think you're right. I probably am more like a 5 or 6, but much like you, it comes in like waves
spurts
for me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Moving on.
Social spoons. Yeah, I forgot what you put, but I feel like even before we knew all this about ourselves, even like in high school, you were more social than I was.
Yeah.
So I probably put like 6.
Okay.
I can't remember what you put, like 6 or 7. Focus. I don't know. I just feel like because you kind of like gravitate towards more the squirrel mentality than I do. It just really depends on what you're trying to focus on.
Right.
So like, if you're
right.
yeah, well, it's kind of like I think a lot more of I'm going to start this but then never finish it.
Yeah.
Sort of person. Like, I showed you that infographic I made. Like, I made that. I spent a couple hours on that. I haven't gone back to that because I just I start and stop a lot of things. So focus. Yeah. Like I said, none of these I really remember what you put. Focus, I'd probably say like a 7, 6 or 7.
Okay. Generous of you.
Like the whole podcast thing, because like if this was my podcast, like this is why I don't want to write fan fiction. I don't want to like do something crazy. Like, this is why I switched my major from graphic design to something else, because it's like I would get bored. Like, I would not be able to do it for longer than a few weeks. Like, if I started my own podcast, I'd probably be really gung-ho and do it for about 3-4 weeks, and then I would stop.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're more that sort of thing.
Well, ma'am, this is also your podcast. This is our show,
I know.
not my show. But you're right. I do like the back end shit, most of it. So, but I like it. So it's easy. It's an interest. It's a special interest for me. So it doesn't feel like work. So I'll do it. But in general.
Sensory spoons. Yeah, probably a 7 or 8.
Okay.
Not really have anything to comment on that. Language, like you said, 9 or 10, because you have to talk a lot more and vocalize your thoughts a lot more.
Okay, so let's see where you have put me. 10 is 20, plus 14 is 34, plus 6 is 40. So you put me at 40. This is out of 60 possible spoons, okay? Out of 60. Okay, so my turn. You, for executive functioning, I think you're actually better with some of this stuff than I am. Like, especially throughout your life, you were actually able to, like, focus more on your homework, and, like, you did better in school than I did. You cared a little bit more about school than I did. And I feel like I kind of see you as like the person who's able to get it done even when you don't want to. So I feel like I would give you like a 6 or a 7 with that. So we'll just say 6. Physical activity, again, I would rate you about where you rated yourself, like a 7 to 8. Just because of the fact you've walked across Spain twice. So there's that. And
whereas Scott would be a 10, because Scott was the one that dragged me over there.
Correct. And you also had to train for walking across Spain twice. So that took a lot of, commitment and focus and all of those things. So, social spoons, like a 2 to a 3. I'm going to say 2. 2. Because you don't have many at all. That's probably the thing I think that taxes you more than literally anything else is your social spoons. Focus spoons, I think you probably have I'd say 5 to 6 for you, honestly, because I feel like you really can focus quite well. I think your rating was a little bit harsh on that. I think you are quite well at focusing on things even when you really don't want to do the thing. It might spend your spoons quickly, but you can do it. So I'm going to give you 6.
It just depends on what is dependent on that.
Right.
Correct. Is it like I said, the work thing? Is someone depending on me to do this? If someone depends on me, I will give myself more. If it's me depending on me, I will give myself less.
Correct, because you have an external expectation. You have a left and right limit. Someone is expecting this done, and they're expecting it done during this time frame, and they need you to do it. You're solving a problem. There's an expectation, and there's a timeline, so you're going to do it, right? You have left and right limits on you to get it done. So, okay, sensory spoons. Oh, yawn counter. Sorry, can't edit that one out. Not gonna, because I don't care. Anyway, moving on. Sensory spoons. 4. I'm gonna agree with your assessment of a 4. I think that's about right. I feel like you struggle with sensory things, maybe a little more so than even you realize, because I think your sensory spoons and your social spoons go more hand in hand than you think. You have a lot of little things that irritate you, like the whistling and little things like that. And I think the more your executive functioning spoons have been spent down, the more your social spoons have spent down, your sensory spoons get spent quickly after that. So I feel like you have more issues the more drained you are. And then language spoons, you gave yourself a 3, but I feel like you're at least a 5. I mean, you've been able to do this.
I feel like written, I feel like I'm a lot better than verbal.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm going to give you, if we're communicating both ways, written and verbal. I made my decision more so off of verbal communication, because I feel like my written communication is horrible. It's horrible. So I did mine based solely off of that. But I feel like you're 5 to 6 with your language, because though you say it's difficult or whatever, I don't know, what did you give? You gave yourself a 3, but I don't remember what your reasoning was.
It's hard for it's partly because my new position doesn't really require me to talk to many people. I really just talk to my boss and here and there talk to another coworker.
Yeah.
Whereas I probably, if I was still in the call center, I would have probably given myself more, because I have to role play so much and have to communicate with other people so much. Whereas, but then I was borrowing for my language spoons. I was borrowing from my social spoon drawer. I was borrowing from that section,
which you already don't have many of to start with.
Yes. And so there would be days when I come home from work and say my mom or dad called me, I would literally just look at my phone and get pissed off, be like, no, I don't have it in me to communicate with either parental figure right now.
Right.
And so yeah, I probably was a little harsh. I probably gave myself more a 4 or 5. If it's written, because I feel like I'm a better, not that I'm a great writer, but I feel like I'm better at basically, quote unquote, verbalizing myself in written communication than I am, over spoken word.
Yeah.
So if it's written, probably 6 or 7, but if it's verbal, because I feel like my thoughts are just like a tangled mess. Like it's kind of like I tend to like jump to a certain spot in like my tangled web of collective thoughts than starting at the beginning. Like I can't tell a coherent story without backing up like 3 times. Whereas at least written, I can like go back and edit it. So like I'm pretty good at editing stuff and writing stuff down than I am verbally doing it. So it just depends. So I probably, if I was going to say 3 for verbal, 6 for written, so probably like 4 or 5.
Okay.
As an average.
I'm going to put you at a 5. I feel like you're right in the middle for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, let's see what I have totaled you at. So 6 and 6 is 12 plus 8 is 20, 29, 30, 31. I have you at 31 out of 60 spoons. So, okay, my assessment of myself was 36 out of 60 spoons, okay? Your assessment of me was 40 out of 60 spoons. So about 4 points difference. Your own assessment of yourself was at 27 spoons out of 60. My assessment was 31 out of 60. So that's exactly 4. It's 4. We each
just shows we're our own harshest critics.
We each evaluated ourselves 4 spoons lower than we evaluated each other, which is interesting to me. I like that. That's cool. Well, this was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything to add about spoon theory, Aminder? Any other things you want to like touch on? Because we only really talked about that one article because it was just so like mind blowing to me.
Yeah, because I mean, the other one that I linked to you, just kind of like more dealt with like the antidote to like ADHD fatigue and exhaustion, like stacking habits. But to me, it's like habits are hard to do for ADHD people because it's like what normal, like what neurotypicals will see as a habit, like just something that they can do automatically, is something that we have to like think about doing.
Right,
like the whole brushing your teeth, brushing your teeth, taking a shower, like they'll do it as like it's not something they have to think about, they just do it. So it's kind of like, how do you start a habit when you have this brain that doesn't let you start habits?
Yeah, because like for me, I could start a habit, like my habit of getting up at 5 a.m. every morning, right? The one night I don't sleep right, that fucks everything, because my entire morning routine was resting upon the fact that I would wake up at 5 a.m. Because I wasn't just waking up at 5 a.m. I'd wake up at 5 a.m. I'd put on the clothing I laid out the night before. I'd get my yoga done. I'd pull an oracle card. I'd light my sage. I'd light a little ritual candle, and I'd give myself like an hour in the morning to just connect with myself and chill and like get up and get the kids' shit together before they wake up. And like I had this whole thing, right? But it was contingent on waking up at 5 a.m. because I cannot do all that shit with like an hour to get ready in the morning, right? Like it ain't gonna fucking happen. The one night I don't sleep well and I hit fucking snooze, done. Fucking. What is 5 a.m.? I don't know her, right? She gone. It's gone. Dead. And I will not return to it. It's done and over with, right? So it's difficult to like say, oh, you just need some habits. Well, fucking duh. Like if it was that easy, I'd be cured, right? I'd be cured.
Right.
No more need for fucking meds or this podcast. We're cured. It's fine. We're done now.
Basically, I wouldn't need to talk about spoons if I had fucking habits down pat.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And there are things. I'm sure there are some people who are better at habits than others. Maybe people who have more executive functioning spoons than other people do. Because that's needed to create habits, right? You need to have executive functioning spoons available to you to spend on habit creation and sticking to your habits. But yeah, it sure would be helpful. However, it's not real life. Oh god, I've lost count of the yawns. Shit, that's probably like 12 to 15 at this point. 12 to 15 out of 60. I rate my yawns.
That's how many spoons I have.
There should be a yawn drawer. I would have unlimited fucking spoons in that drawer. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, that's all I have today for you. Aminder,
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. What you want? Tomorrow's your
Yes,
birthday.
bitch. It is.
Yes, bitch.
Yes, bitch.
Yes, bitch. So today, the day of our Lord, August 14th, 2023, is the last day of 2023 that Aminder will be 33.
Yes. Yep.
Aminder.
And then tomorrow, we're hoping we'll record tomorrow.
Yes.
And we'll be eating cake. So
Yay! We're gonna have our cake and eat it too.
Yes.
Fuck Marie Antoinette.
Yeah, fuck you, Marie Antoinette.
That's
why you
what
lost
she
your head,
said.
bitch.
Yeah,
that's why you lost your head, bitch.
Yes, bitch. Oh God, it's happening. It's degrading. You know we've reached the end of the episode when the fuckery resurfaces. Anyway, tomorrow we eat cake, and we celebrate Aminder's birthday for a special birthday episode of the show. It's gonna be, I didn't tell you this yet, but surprise, we're gonna talk all about you tomorrow. It's gonna be all about you, and you're gonna be so fucking uncomfortable, and it's gonna be great. We're gonna get to learn all about Aminder tomorrow. I'm gonna come in hot with some questions.
Oh boy.
We're gonna grill you, so you better be ready, brother. Okay? You better be ready.
Okay, Hulk Hogan.
Listen, brother. Okay. Anyway,
it's like a combination of Hulk Hogan and Baptist preacher.
Yes, Jesus. Yes, Jesus. Yes, bitch. At the Episcopalian Church. We've come full circle, and with that, my friends, we leave you because it's degraded now. Okay, I love you, Aminder. Okay, bye.
Hey, bye.